Welcome to Bad Playstyle, a book club-style video game podcast where we talk about a new game that we all played every episode. Hopefully you listeners at home have played the same game we did.
So you can avoid the horror of being mugged by the infinite spoiler.
Yeah, we are going to spoil any game we set out to play, and probably other games too, so be careful and check the fucking show notes so you don't get blindsided by the fact that, I don't know, Paul Rudd is Darth Revan. Bad Playstyle.
Hey guys.
How's everybody feeling? Wait, hold on. My name's Matt. I'm feeling sick.
You're feeling sick?
Yeah.
My name's Keenan and I like to party.
Now Owen has to say he likes to party.
No, I feel ill, but only because I made myself feel ill
How did you do that?
by eating and drinking more than I should have.
Oh. Okay.
Is that licensed illness?
No, that's the American disease.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm being patriotic.
Being patriotic.
Yeah.
So that must mean your girlfriend is patriotic
All the
almost
time.
every single time she eats.
Uncontrollably so when she eats.
Seriously, I'm like, stop hurting yourself. And she goes, no.
It was
I'm
so
like,
good. I'm like,
Okay.
Hey, so this is Bad Playstyle.
Yeah, welcome to Bad Playstyle, the game we played this last time. We've said
there's no time period.
No, we've said the word, like, there's no set period, because we were like, for a while we were using the word week.
But we are
But that's not, like,
inconsistent.
That's not
about
what's
it.
happening.
Yeah.
Right?
This is the game we played this Omni week.
Yeah. Whoa.
With this bad playstyle
You
time
can't
period.
do that to things, Owen. Remember the Omni Dollar?
I just did.
Do you remember the Omni Dollar? The only one? Anyway,
It's
Neon
perfect
Struct.
money.
It was Neon Struct. Owen, would you please
Tell us about Neon Struct.
Would you summarize Neon Struct and then immediately afterwards tell us why you picked it and, like, maybe if that came to fruition?
Okay. I picked Neon Struct. Neon Struct is a first-person stealth game. It's like part of the like immersive sim genre. Like,
Can I just interject right here? The phrase that stuck with me from that original was Deus Ex without the gunplay.
yeah,
And I was very much like, seeing it in the trailer and playing it was like, okay, Owen wasn't kidding.
yeah,
Right, anyway, sorry.
yeah. So it's like of that lineage of like System Shock and Deus Ex and kind of Dishonored and BioShock and those games. Like it is of that familial relation.
It reminds me a lot of Thief, like the early Thief
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, that's actually probably it.
I've never played Thief, so thank you for that.
Yeah, those games are not about fighting.
Yeah. Thief also gives you better tools to dick around.
Well, when you're
with,
fucking with lights and stuff, like that
Yeah.
was part of why that Thief's all about knocking lights out. That's the whole game.
like shooting out light bulbs with water arrows.
Water arrows, because magic is really specific. It's a weird universe.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, there's a lot of Splinter Cell Conviction that's all about shooting out light
Uh-huh.
bulbs. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, but
Splinter Cell
but-
is the
but-
modern day Thief. Yes,
But Sam Fisher doesn't do it with special light bulb bullets. He just shoots out the lights.
Yeah, he just shoots it with wad cutters.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the game I picked. I picked it because I like Deus Ex, and I heard about this game, and it sounds cool, like an indie scale made stealth game.
Yeah.
You know.
So, were you familiar with the creator of this game when you picked it?
No.
No? Okay. Have you guys played Eldritch?
No.
no, is that their game though?
I played it briefly. It's from the same person who made
Okay, that's
this.
cool.
Okay.
So-
What is Eldritch?
can you describe it, Keenan?
Not very well.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
it's like a procedural dungeon Cthulhu
Okay.
That's about as accurate as I would get
with
too.
with little pepper flakes of Minecraft shaved in there.
Okay.
Yeah, that
am I getting close?
I think that's fair.
Okay. Like I said, I played it very briefly. I think at like a PAX once,
Okay.
a long time
Okay.
ago. So that's my exposure to the thing. Yeah. So should we say anything else about Neon Struct before we start talking about what we've played since the last time we recorded?
Before we return to it later.
Oh, I think we kind of covered the bases.
Okay, we're good. We're good as far as that goes. Okay, so I don't want to keep hearing your dulcet voice, so like hit me with what you've been playing.
Okay. I've been playing a lot of games on my phone and my tablet.
That's awesome. Because mobile games. That's a good thing. Yeah.
Those are games too, guys.
Yeah, well, I went on vacation for a week with my girlfriend, and her and I played a lot of phone games while we were out.
Nice.
Sure.
I've been playing more of that. Actually, I think I just about finished playing. Oh my god, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp.
Okay.
Which?
How do you finish playing a mobile game?
Well, I'm just done with it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how you finish.
He is over.
Yeah. I thought you would reach some sort of like arbitrary
He hit
endpoint
the number
within
of
the
hours
game.
where Owen said, "I finished it."
It wasn't even like a number of hours thing. It was that like there's like a recurring goal in the game where every time you complete it, it just gets larger and larger.
Oh,
And it was just like,
I don't need to do this for 10,000.
well, and like it has rewards into itself that I found completely. Like, you get to enlarge the interior space of your camper.
Okay.
And every time you do, you have to take out an enormous loan. And then pay it off, and then you get to enlarge it again. But, like, decorating the inside of your
very
camper...
American.
Decorating the inside of your camper in that game is, like, the least cool part of that game. So, like, taking out enormous loans
to do the thing you
this
don't like.
is like I enlarged it twice and then realized this sucks.
But Owen, you just hurt yourself overeating, so this is definitely a thing you want to do, right?
Yeah, so, yeah, I enlarged the inside of my camper twice, realized I hate this, and stopped paying money into it. And I reached some of the other arbitrary goals that I set for myself in that game, so kind of lost my interest in playing it.
Okay.
Dope.
Then my girlfriend got me into playing Star Trek Timelines.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
It is a...
It's
a phone game ass phone game.
It's a phone game ass phone game.
Is it a clicker? Like
it's got light puzzles in it. It's got it's got a really
you like send people on missions with the right crew members.
Yeah, it's got dispatch missions and people have like skills and traits. So like this mission needs someone whose science skill is this high.
It's like
also
if
they get
XCOM was only menus.
They get bonuses if they're Cardassian, like crap like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like if XCOM was only menus in XCOM 2 where you send people on missions and do stuff in the place.
Did you ever play the Final Fantasy Tactics Advance?
Yeah, it's kind of...
Yeah, they had that dispatch system.
Yeah. So it's like a dispatch system. It's a lot of like weird little systems woven together.
Okay, all right.
And then I played both of the two new Wolfenstein games.
Hold on. Can we talk about the awesome stuff you have in Star Trek Timelines and how weirdly disjointed this game is?
So, like, the plot of Star Trek Timelines is...
There's a plot to this mobile game?
Yep.
Yeah, well, because it has a very silly thing to
They
make
have
it
to explain how they
enjoyable.
have everything Star Trek in the same game.
No, you don't.
No, but they do.
So all possible timelines have converged.
All right. So this is like fucking Infinity War, but for Star Trek.
Yeah, and
Right.
it's like mixed up La La Land.
Okay.
Yep.
So like my bridge crew is made up.
For some reason, I'm imagining all the characters as like Funko Pops. For
No,
some reason,
no,
that'd be rad.
Yeah.
They're like full size people. They don't have creepy.
Oh my god! I just
blockheads.
realized that Funko Pop is just American Chibi.
Yeah.
Yep.
God damn it.
So tell them about your dope Geordie.
Oh yeah, so I I have a really good Geordie LaForge.
Okay.
He is Age of Sail
Wait.
LaForge.
Wait. Is this some gacha gaming bullshit?
Oh, kinda.
Oh man.
So Age of Sail LaForge he's dressed as a 19th century sailor, in like dress uniform, because it's Geordie from the beginning of Star Trek Generations.
When they're on the old ass Enterprise, like Imperial Enterprise.
What are some other good ones? Like you can get Captain Kirk, and he's like wearing the yellow shirt. You can also get Command Wrap Kirk, where he's wearing that weird tummy wrap shirt.
Yep, I remember that.
You can get
Command Wrap
Dude,
sounds
tell
like
him about
sounds
what
like
Rom is
something I
holding.
get at like an Olive Garden.
I've got
command. I would like the Parmesan Command Wrap.
Yeah.
I've got Rom. He's holding a stack of
Does
pancakes.
that come with the soup and breadsticks?
It does.
Let's see. What other? I have Recovering Spock, and that's
Oh, so it's like white robe.
white
like,
robe and white headband from Star Trek.
snarky
4.
ass philosophical Spock.
Yeah. I have Nurse Chapel, but then I also have Commander Chapel, which is like middle aged.
Upgrade.
Yeah. I have Teenage Nog and
Oh fuck.
and Cadet Nog. I don't have Ensign Nog. I want
Okay,
Ensign
so we're
Nog.
okay.
I have the mirror. No, here's my favorite. One of my best bridge officers is Dr. Bashir holding a racquetball racket, wearing the stupid outfit. And his name is Racquetball Bashir. And when we're doing the little ship battles, when I activate his ability, Dr. Bashir holding a racquetball racket slides onto the screen.
So this is WWE Power Card for stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It's,
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, it definitely has like the aspect of like,
do you feed crew members to crew
yeah,
members?
you do.
Excellent.
I mean,
it's
That's what it
totally.
says. Gacha shit.
It's Star Trek Supercard.
Yeah, it's really silly.
I'm into how dumb it
My
is.
starship is the original Enterprise, but from the Mirror universe.
So it's got
has
a big beard on it?
So it has a big sword painted on the on the hood.
That's the ship equivalent of a beard.
Yeah.
Is a sword.
Yeah. Because how you make objects evil is you put like Spitfires and...
Beards are swords.
Yeah.
That's what we've learned.
Alright,
Yeah.
so talk about Wolfenstein, please.
Oh, those games are bananas.
They're so
Those
ridiculous.
games are fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
I realize I said talk about Wolfenstein as like a Hail Mary to get me out of the situation that I was in where you were saying things I didn't like. And I realize now, it's like 5 seconds later, that it's the same thing again as soon as you said that. Like
What?
you're just gonna say bonkers things at me that I don't like.
So so there's a scene where you are posing as an actor to star in a propaganda film directed by Adolf Hitler.
Okay.
And Adolf Hitler asks the three actors there to each do a read of the lines.
Okay.
And do you just read the speech from the dictator?
Is this another scene
no,
where
no,
BJ
shut up.
can't speak German?
So the first guy to go does like a terrible read. He's like just a bad actor. And he gets up and he's like, "Well, sorry, Mr. Hitler." And he's like, "Mr. Hitler!"
Oh, no.
Like, I'm sorry, mein Führer. I just wanted to get in on these good things you're trying to lay out. And like Hitler like fucking executes this dude. And if you've been reading carefully, like the things that have been in the levels leading up to this,
Yeah, all the like side material.
this actor's last name is Reagan.
Oh, okay.
And you can see on his director's chair that his first initial is R.
Okay.
Like, this is because it's set in like the 60s. Like, it's like weird stuff like
This
that.
is sort of the quintessence of how the background of the Wolfenstein games works. Like,
yeah.
like
So
you'll read a letter and be like,
you're telling me that Adolf Hitler shot Ronald Reagan in the face?
yeah.
I think in the stomach, but yeah.
Okay.
He shoots him with a fucking Walther.
A weird future Walther.
No, he shoots him with a Walther.
Is it? He just has a 40s one.
Sure, he's
Okay.
Hitler.
Like if you get what you want.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
And part of the reading for your scene is you just kill like a Nazi guard that is working for the Reich there, because you're auditioning for the role of your own character in the game. Because BJ Blazkowicz is believed to be dead.
He's like
Right,
the
right.
Nazi boogeyman. Like,
Yeah, and so you are the fine actor applying to play BJ Blazkowicz, and to sell the role, you have to be able to just fucking murk a Nazi.
Right.
which
You
it turns
do-
out you can do exceedingly well. I'm
You
sure.
do bad things with hatchets
Yeah,
and Nazis. Yeah. Right.
yeah. So like, that game is just bananas. I love it. It's got the most ridiculous cutscenes.
Those games
and
require you
set
to get
pieces.
captured and tortured at least once every 2 levels.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird.
All right. So you'd say overall positive experience.
Yeah, I played good fun games.
So, the second one, the one where BJ's like injured and he has less health.
Oh yeah.
I've heard some wishy-washy things about that one, but I'm hearing here now that
Oh, I
you
love
didn't
it.
experience any of that.
Yeah.
You just were like, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I haven't played 2 yet. I really enjoyed 1. I feel like what I've heard about 2 is a nice change of pace to being the giant murder monster that you
Okay.
are. So, I'm
did
excited.
did you experience any like change in playstyle or?
I don't know. I was still a big murder monster.
Okay.
You just do it a little different.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Cool, man.
Me or you?
I'll go because I always put it off.
Just get in there.
Yeah. I did want to talk about there was a Steam sale recently.
Yeah.
I was not a good boy.
I don't think any of us were.
No. But I bought some VR titles that I've been looking at, and they were cheap enough that I was like, this game has like a runtime that's basically equivalent to a movie. I'll probably experience it multiple times,
Right.
and that they're charging me like
A
with this
movie
sale
ticket.
a movie ticket price. So that's kind of how I looked at it.
Anyway, I played a little bit of Capsule, which is a game that takes place entirely on a radar screen.
Okay.
That was kind of neat, but I couldn't really get the hang of it. Just thought I'd mention it. Genital jousting. I brought genital jousting to a party. I didn't know you could have 8 people in that game. It's a bunch of dicks flopping around on the screen.
Yeah.
You get 1 point for going in a butt, which is like...
So each dick has a butt.
Each dick has a butt nestled
its
between the
testicles.
testicles, yeah. And when you go in a butt, you get control of the back part of the penis, and you try to maneuver that so that somebody goes in you. You get 2 points if you do that.
And it makes people yell really hilarious
Yeah,
things.
yeah, we were all screaming terrible
Get in
stuff
my
at each
ass
other.
and all this stuff.
Yeah. I recently started playing Baldur's Gate 2 for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
And so I've been having very in-depth conversations with a lot of my friends about an aspect of their life that they hold near and dear that I just totally miss. That game does not, like, it's like watching the Maltese Falcon, right? You look at it, you're like, oh, that's where that trope comes from. Or like, oh, that's where we learned to not do
It's like
that
The
thing.
Godfather.
Right?
Right.
And
Like
it's like,
you've already lived all the things this has taught us.
I feel like the game loaded up a machine gun with plot hooks and just like went to town at me. And I'm like, holy shit, guys, I'm just trying to put together a 6-person party. Can you fucking chill with the plot hooks for a second? And the game is like, absolutely not.
No, sir.
Am I getting footage of me, the cameraman? Absolutely not, right? Like, so, yeah, I've been having fun with that. I really, really wish that it wasn't second ed. I really wish that was the case. I think that is a disservice to the game.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
There's a weird story about why that is, too. Why it's second ed. There's like a licensing thing.
It's whatever, man. But like, THACO sucks. Dual multi-classing in that game is painful.
Mm-hmm. It's super bad.
Like, kits are dumb. Yeah, anyway. But I really like Jan Janssen.
Good.
He's my dude. I love the whole thing. The whole, like, Jewish grandpa always talking about turnips. I have a grenade launcher. Like, his whole thing. I love it.
This guy sounds like a party.
Right? Like, oh, yeah. He's great. And then, like, normally when NPCs in my party, like, interrupt me when I'm doing stuff, I'm like, shut up, Jahira. Your job is to scream, let nature take what she gave when we're killing stuff. Like,
what you got?
That's your job. And then your other job is to have a bunch of healing spells up so that when I press the rest button, you automatically heal everybody. Like, those are your 2 jobs.
You're the boss of bandits.
You know, she can actually polymorph into animals, but you should never do it.
Yeah. I did know that. We learned that in the circus tent. We learned that, no, being a brown bear isn't super cool.
Yeah. It's actually like a super worthless part of being a druid for her.
Mm-hmm. I understand, talking with another friend of mine, that you personally, given like access to the knobs, can make a character that turns into a bear that is quite effective.
Yeah.
But
so it's literally just that she sucks.
No,
at
yeah,
it.
she made a bad.
She specifically sucks.
So
at it.
it's Jahira sucks,
right?
So yeah, and
that's
then,
like kind of sad. Like like designed to be bad at this aspect of your character.
Also, I keep running into voice. Like, I am a person who pays attention to voice actors, and I keep running into voice actors, and I'm like, holy shit! Like, this guy is this guy, you know, and
this guy's everyone else in that.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Like, Minsk is.
Oh yeah.
He's that like Jeff something. I don't remember his.
He's in loads of stuff.
But he's in everything.
Yeah.
That guy's in everything.
David Warner's in that game. Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Plays John Aranicus.
Yeah, he did a good job. I found Imoen very annoying, like extremely annoying. And you were saying something interesting to me the other day, which was that you thought Imoen was annoying on purpose, so that you would spend more time in the game doing side quests.
Yeah.
And like not doing
the
main
like,
quests of the game.
Like 70% of the content in Baldur's Gate 2 takes place in the second act, which is when they like just drown you in plot hooks.
Yeah.
So like, there's a part of me. I don't know if I think this as like a fact, but there's a part of me that wonders if Imoen is designed to keep you just kind of puttering around.
Is she the one who triggers the main quest? Like, she's the wall?
She's the one that gets kidnapped.
Okay.
And then I don't like a single thing about Yoshimo.
Oh, you shouldn't.
He's very annoying.
You shouldn't use him.
I've heard that traps can be good versus like single targets, but That's the only like redeeming quality I've heard, as far as he's concerned. But it's just like a dude who stands around, and when he gets aggro, he almost dies like every time.
Yeah.
And then his character is very bland. And then the one time he actually had some like personal character interaction with an NPC, he was like very mincing in a way that I found unappealing. Anyway, Baldur's Gate, I'm having a good time. I'm talking a lot. To the Top.
You can talk about
VR game about climbing.
Oh, that's the game.
It's the one I wanted. It's what I wanted Windlands to be.
Okay.
Because Windlands was cool, but it wasn't quite there, as far as like how the controls were thought out and stuff. To the Top, they went back. They made the controls good. It feels good to climb a mountain.
I almost made myself puke playing that game.
With grappling hooks. We actually played the next game I'm talking about, Late for Work, the one where I'm a gorilla and you're a truck.
That game's weird.
Yeah.
You're like King Kong, and everyone else is a car that has to hide because King Kong's late for work and has to get items out of the cars.
Whoa.
So
It's a weird game.
He's trying to find his like little fedora
His
and his
keys.
little briefcase and his keys and his wallet. And the cars are like, no, King Kong, he's going to destroy the city.
It has a bunch of game types. My favorite was the hide and seek one, where early on, Matt knocked over a ton of shipping containers, and I slid my car right underneath them and was like, ee until Matt finally just started destroying everything. And
I started throwing all the buildings off the map, and I eventually found him.
Okay.
I smashed him against a mountain.
That game doesn't understand the power balance. That game has timers that are way too long for anyone that's not the gorilla to win.
It's like kind of beta, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like a fun concept. It's like VR versus everybody with controllers, you know, that's the thing I've been into. Then I played Drunken Bar Fight.
Oh yeah, I've seen that game.
Whew, let me tell you, my shoulders for like the next 3 days after I played that game for the first time were sore.
Yeah, that game.
So like, it's definitely a good workout. I highly recommend it. I'm gonna do an interesting one on Steam. I think I talked about this last time. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. It's called The Black Watchman.
Black Watchman. I don't remember.
And it's 100% ARG shit. Like, you can give them your phone number, you can give them your home address,
okay, cool.
and they'll like send you coded messages that you need to like decode to like find the story in the game. And it's all about like
that's kind of cool.
secret agent Cthulhu shit.
Okay. Do you actually need to use the computer game to play it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like,
but it like provides details.
You get the codes like phone called to you or mailed to you, and then you like go to the thing and you open.
There
it
was
up.
a part of me that was really hoping for a second that there was just an ARG you could sign up for through Steam, and it actually wasn't a game.
Oh yeah,
like
I mean
a video
like
game.
Like I've only played it for like 10 minutes, and
Okay.
that's like the impression I got. So I'm not sure exactly how it works, but yeah, I think that's basically it. Is that it's an ARG you play through
I
Steam.
should sign my coworkers up for like an ARG.
You need like their phone number, and they need to like email you and like get permission.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff, so.
yeah. They probably have checks to make sure you don't
Yeah.
troll people.
Yeah.
Or waste their time.
Yeah.
So then I played I Expect You to Die, which is a VR game
Yeah,
where
that's the one in
you're
the
in a
Bond
James
car.
you're in a James Bond death trap, and you need to get out of it.
Yeah.
So it's like an escape room that's themed, so that's cool. Then there was Just in Time, where you have the gloves that slow down time 10 times. And you need to stop a horrible disaster from affecting your policyholder, like for insurance.
That's the insurance one, right?
Yeah, you're an insurance agent. Anyway, yeah, that's what I played.
Okay.
Keenan?
Yeah, so I've been playing a lot of Crusader Kings 2 again because
Love it.
I missed a couple of expansions that came out.
Yeah.
There's an expansion where they added in...
You were talking about this. Can I say the word, or
Yeah,
do you want
go
to
for
say
it.
Okay, so Keenan just texted me during the middle of the day, and he's like, Matt, check out this meme, and it was just like, the phrase "dick ripping" happened a lot in the meme, and I was like, "What is this?" It says CK2 on it, like, what's going on? And he's like, "Apparently, there's a lot more castration happening
yeah.
in CK2."
Yeah, it's
because
like
of,
an option for way more cultures.
because of cults to who was the demon lord that they were a cult?
So I played a Norse game. I played early on, and I was Slavic, and so we're worshiping Norse deities like you do, and so there's a satanic order if you're Catholic, and there's a Chernobog cult
Okay.
Oh, cool.
if you're Slavic, and you can do some shit with these dudes.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, you know who plays him in the new American Gods, right?
no.
Peter Stormare.
That's Stormare. So that's how you actually say his name, by the way. So like, Seiketsu's already, like, goofy as shit about interpersonal relationships.
And has been getting steadily
and, like,
goofier
it's now,
for
like,
years.
so bonkers, because you can just be like, yeah, I'm in a Satan-worshipping cult, and, like, you just walk up to someone and be like, hey, you're possessed. You just touch them, and they're possessed now, and they're totally your buddy.
They are possessed?
They are possessed by Satan. It's a status. It's a thing in the game. It was already a thing before, and, like, if your character is possessed and has children, they might be possessed. But there was no way to inflict it actively, and now there is.
Okay, I didn't know CK had, like, actually supernatural shit in
Yeah,
it.
so ever since they did the expansion where the Aztecs invade via Spain
In the
all
13th
of Europe,
century?
the 13th century,
Okay.
ever since they did that, they've kind of been like, meh,
Fuck
as far as, like, the historicity
Okay.
of the game itself.
So yeah,
More about game balance and fun these days.
They also have, like, multiple orders associated with each religion, so, like, the Templar, that kind of thing. There's a Hermetic Society, so, like, if your dude's super learned, he can get down on some forbidden science.
Yeah, because before they had like, each religion had their Templar order.
Yeah, so now there's, like,
there was
multiple...
the Yom Vikings or whatever.
Yeah. So that's really weird and goofy and fun. And then I've been playing... I like, accidentally stumbled into enjoying PUBG Solo again, so I've been playing that a lot.
Right.
I realized after playing tons of team games with all our buddies that I really like it when I shoot someone and they just die. And that's how I sort of fell back into the solo game hole.
That also becomes true about you.
Yeah, I know. It's hard.
Someone shoots you and you just die.
But yeah, there's a certain, like, yeah, that feels good about that when it works. So I've been playing that a lot. A little bit of League of Legends. Here and there.
Did you get your account banned?
No. I mean, like, that other account's still gone, but, like, no, it's cool. I found I do a lot better with the stress levels of that game when I play, like, 1 or 2 games at a time and then just walk away. So, that's
Instead
helpful.
of just...
But think about how much lower your stress would be if you played them 0 games at a time.
Yeah, that's fair, but, yeah. And then I played Wolfenstein The Old Blood, which is the prequel DLC of the New Order.
Yeah.
And it's weird and really goofy and off the rails, too. Like, those games are already, like, hyper-violent and, like, kill you some Nazis and stuff and, like, weird stuff, but this game has zombies in it because they wanted to put zombies in Wolfenstein.
Why not?
It's the weird occult DLC for the New Order, and I used that to sort of prime the pump. I'm about to play the second one because it was on sale on Steam.
Yeah.
And I've heard nothing but good things, and I like narrative games, so there we go.
Fun. So fucking holidays, man. Playing lots of games. Neon, Struct.
Yeah.
Commence a Numenon.
Okay.
So again, Paul Rudd is Darth Revan, guys.
Yeah.
You
Infinite
heard that.
spoilers.
You heard that at the beginning of the podcast.
So much spoiler.
But I'm restating it.
We're
He
gonna.
takes the mask off. Hey guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
Hey guys.
We're gonna spoil the not so great story of this game.
The incredibly predictable story of Neon Struct.
Yeah. So
I don't think I even got to that, but we'll talk about why.
I don't reckon so by looking at your Steam profile.
Yeah, let's do this. This is a fun test. How long do you think you played that game for?
An hour.
Okay, how long did he play that game for?
0.9 hours.
Oh, hey, way better than
That's
normal.
way better than normal.
Yeah, but closest without going over.
Yeah,
goes
no,
to me.
definitely.
Price is Right rules. Owen wins.
Yeah, give me your house.
Cool. We don't have a house.
We don't have a house. You're fucked.
Yeah, there's no house to
You
get.
owe me your next house.
Oh, jeez.
Dude,
Oh, man.
I gotta bet this back somehow.
Oof. Yeah.
I gotta find a way.
Anyway, Owen, I was talking with someone earlier. They asked me, "Oh, what game did you guys play?" I said Neon Struct, and they were like, "What's that?" And I was like, it's like a proof of concept for a thing that already exists."
Yeah, it's kind of how it feels. It feels like you're playing like a game prototype.
Yeah, like it's not done.
Yeah,
You know, and I feel bad because there's a skeleton of something really fun.
There's an obvious care for what they're doing.
Yeah, and
Right,
I enjoyed the vast majority of my time in this game.
Mhm.
But there's times where I'm just like, okay, I'm literally standing in the middle of the room, but because I'm like my foot is in a shadow, this asshole can't see me.
Oh yeah.
You know, and
And
like
stealth is like super generous.
and like,
in it.
oh, he turned around, so I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
It's super generous, and also like where those lines actually are confusing for me. Like,
no, it was super not confusing. I was definitely like walking, like looking at the floor, walking up to edges of shadows, and going, okay. And then I look up.
No one's noticing you.
That guy, okay. He turned around, okay, run up. Pow! You know, and like, or like other times where like I'm in shadows, they fucking know I'm there. They're fucking touching me.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them, but I dance around in such a way that I get around behind them and pow, pow, you know?
Yeah.
Like, baby mode. And I understand, like, with the scoring at the end of the levels, it was very obvious to me that, like, I think the progression here is, like, with your first playthrough, he just wants you to, or whoever the creator is, just wants you to, like, go through it and, like,
just
know it.
experience
And then, like, the second playthrough...
Run, super slow.
Yeah, the second playthrough, he wants you to actually, or they, whatever, I don't know.
I think it's made by 2 people.
Okay. These people definitely want you to... Because I never used any of the gadgets or stims or any of that, because it wasn't fucking necessary.
Yeah, I never screwed around with the stims. I one time used the little flashy ball, because I wanted to get the achievement for flashing 2 people at once.
Okay.
So, like, I did that. But yeah, like, you don't need any of the tools they give you. But then, like, almost, like, contradictorily, at the same time, the game doesn't have enough tools for me to have fun in this type of game.
Yeah.
Like,
it's limiting itself.
Like, do you remember throwing an active lamb into a room full of bad guys in Deus Ex?
Yeah.
We never have anything like that.
Like, I don't need to be, like, a wild cyborg, like, but, like, there's just, there isn't, like, fun ways to interact with your environment. It's really just standing in shadows.
I hit that wall really fast. That's why I didn't...
doors, and finding key codes.
Okay.
I think I got to, like, the 5th level.
So overall impression's done for us, right? Like,
yeah.
Like, there's obviously a skeleton of a good game here. It's just not quite there, and it's not quite in your face enough, and there's not quite enough knobs at your disposal, right?
Yeah.
To, like, tune
Yeah,
your
like,
experience. But
I
anyway,
can tell...
Keenan, I want to dive deep on why you didn't finish this game.
Okay, so
Because I
first
feel
of
like
all,
there's a story there because you definitely had enough time.
right, and I've given it multiple tries. Like,
Sure.
that's the thing. That, like, I had to think about this. So first of all, I really appreciate the designs of the levels I saw. Right,
Okay.
there's very clearly like a thing they're trying to do with that and build that this is a place, even though they're using like Minecraft blocks, right? Like,
Yeah.
like what they're using is so bare, but there's also like somehow a character to what they're building, and
Sure.
I thought that was interesting. But my problem is twofold.
Sorry,
Go
so I
ahead.
don't forget. Did you guys find the Frog Fractions 2 glyphs in this game?
I did not see any.
No.
You didn't see them? There's characters in a lot of the levels who are wearing all black, and they say like
Oh,
weird,
the agent guys.
weird
The
cryptic shit.
surrender
The
those
strangers.
Yeah.
Their chests have a glyph.
Oh, okay.
right
I don't
on
think I
there.
ever walked to the front of either of them.
Well, there's like a bunch of them.
Yeah.
There's like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So I play a lot of stealth games, and so I was pretty excited to play a stealth game. But I realized part of why I bounced off of this game is that stealth games do this thing for me where it builds a tension, where I'm like, okay, I'm doing this right, I'm doing this right, I'm doing this right, and then there's a point where I need to blow that tension off, right? Like, I'm sneaking around, I'm being super sneaky, I'm getting it right, but there's a point in me where I get impatient, right? It's the same sort of thing with, like, GTA for me, where, like, eventually I just need to go blow up some cop cars, right?
Right,
like, just
right.
kind of the virtual steam blow off, like...
Right, like how Hitman is an excellent puzzle, but sometimes you just
gotta go,
Yeah.
right? And so, like, this game didn't have that release valve for me.
Right.
This dude would be like, I fucking saw you, and I'd be like, I want to punch him in the face! You know, like, I want to do all the things I normally do in stealth games when it's like, you know, go dynamic, let's fucking do this type things. Like, I can't tear ass through this game the way I want to when I want to let off that tension. And so that made it really hard for me. And then on top of that...
This game has no ass to tear.
Right!
You know?
Right! And then doesn't even let me try. Like, that was the part, like, there's very little I can do when someone's seen me, except run away and then realize they barely follow me.
Sure.
So, like, the simultaneous challenge of the sneak isn't there the way I'm used to, or isn't satisfying me. And then at the same time, it doesn't allow me the, like, super violence mode to get myself back in that place.
Okay.
And then the mechanics were, like, I'm standing right in front of a camera and it doesn't even see me, and I'm like, I don't even know how any of this works. Like, I got to this point where I'm like, I can't. Like,
Alright.
just because I couldn't understand the systems very well from where I was sitting.
Owen, I want to talk about the ending.
Yeah.
What did you do at the end?
Does it have a Deus Ex ending?
Yeah.
Kind of.
It's definitely like...
Do two things. One of them will matter.
Exactly.
I mean,
there was like literally like there was a switch. You go one way or the other.
I did the one that a good person does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You did the good person ending.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the characterization of all the characters. I thought that they like seemed like real people.
Yeah.
Except for your boss at the agency at the beginning.
Really?
He was really mustache twirlingly like fuckhead. You know, because
he the guy all the way upstairs?
Yeah, he like sexually harasses you at the beginning, and then you're like, you're a dick, and he's like, yeah, I know. You know, and
that dude bugged me.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
Yeah,
I really
I wish like the world was like more fleshed out, because like every time I found myself interacting with people a lot, I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
But like all the levels that are like a level are like completely devoid of having been lived in and having people in them. And then, like, the few times where you get, like, let off the chain to, like, go wander around, like, an urban area, there's, like, the absolute bare minimum amount of people there for you to interact with.
That's what
it's mostly like guards.
I keep saying, like, this is the skeleton, this is the proof of concept, right?
Yeah.
And it's definitely, like, very clear that all this shit is just a huge homage to Deus Ex. Like, you have the rhythm, it's like stealth level, urban level, stealth level, urban level.
Well, even like right up to like the very first level and the office afterwards, it's Liberty Island and UNATCO headquarters. You go to your federal agency office, you know, and
and then you get your tools and you're playing the real game, and then like it's all of those things.
Except and you get like 2 more tools.
Yeah.
I found the brick breaker hacking incredibly charming as well.
Yeah, I thought that was cute.
It's good.
Yeah, the hacking minigame. As far as like, if anything, it's almost like a like wink and a nod about hacking minigames.
Yeah, like it's making fun of BioShock's tubes and
then there were a few times where I found it genuinely challenging in a way that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was 2 hacks in the game that I remember right now. You know?
Okay.
I really stylistically like love this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of frustrating me that I don't want to go further with it, because I really love the absolute minute detail, but they're building something that like I know what they're going for without them saying it, right? Visually, like everyone has like fucking scouters on. All the guards have scouters on their faces.
You mean a Hudson?
Yeah. Okay. Like there's all this cool cyberpunk shit in like the most low poly factor you can do, and that's cool to me. Like, there's something really neat about the way it stylizes that, and then the like weird neon outlines in the dialogue.
Oh yeah, I like those.
Really cool.
Oh, yeah,
those are super charming.
Like, and the sound's great. Like,
the music was cool until it started singing.
It's funny you bring up the music. Like, I'm of 2 minds about the music.
Okay, one thing I will say, I really appreciated that the music was coming from a physical object in each level.
So it's even about that. So
Okay.
so they have like the diegetic music, right?
Yeah.
You know, like the in-universe music. It's always coming from a source, and you can go and turn it off if you want. But it seems to not attenuate with distance, at least not very much.
That was not my experience. But okay.
It doesn't seem to be muffled by walls. And
right, it's in universe, but it doesn't act like it's in universe.
And the funnier part is, without fail, if you are on a level with music, the music will be coming from a jam box on the desk of the front desk worker in a building, which I thought was just the funniest thing. That was like, after you finish the first level, you go to your official offices in Washington D.C.
and the receptionist just has a boombox.
Yeah, she's got a little jam box on the counter, and she's like, "Welcome to the agency headquarters in Washington, D.C.,
We're super
agent."
professional.
Yeah.
I'm not playing, like, electro emo.
Yeah, and she's playing this, like, super moody synth music. It's just like, what the...
Like, we're on Instagram, #mood, this music.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So like, I found, like I like that they had the in-universe music, like, the
I think there's, like, concessions to player accessibility being made.
Yeah,
there, so.
I guess.
I really like the pieces they're playing with. I just don't like the end product, is I think what happened.
Yeah,
like,
Okay.
I like what this game seems to be about.
I saw every single twist in the plot coming a mile away.
Yeah. It's like, oh, your friends from college. Yeah, like, oh, they're so friendly.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, whatever, trust no one.
And then I really appreciated that the guy who's like helping you the entire time, the Tannhauser dude, like is kind of a libertarian douchebag. Like you talk to his employees and he's like, oh yeah, like he only keeps like 2 employees because he can't pay anybody else.
Yes.
And then you're like, oh, they have dirt on me. Can you please delete it? And you go in there and like, what dirt do you have on him? He's like, well, he's like addicted to speed. And it's like, okay, yeah, this guy's kind of like a dirtbag, you know. But he's like the good option.
Yeah,
the plot,
Keenan, the plot you missed out on is like, I guess, WikiLeaks.
No, yeah, there's two Illuminatis and they're fighting about what Illuminati should Illuminati about.
Well, so the subline, the subtitle of the game is "Die Augen der Welt," which means the eyes of the world.
Yeah,
I looked that up and I was like, I see where this is going. Like, it's about spy conspiracy. Like.
So basically, there's like a lady who has a panopticon and she wants to make it like thicker, and then there's this other guy who's like, "Nah, man, information should be free. Also, everything should you should put a quarter into your gun to fire it." And you're like, I guess I'll go with that guy.
I go with that guy because he's gonna give me a gun.
No, well,
that's what you just promised me.
No, because he's not gonna give you a gun. I was just like, that's. Libertarians don't, but anyway, he's the guy who's like, information should be free, but not for good reasons like you want.
But also intellectual property.
Yeah,
man.
Anyway.
Yeah, like this game, like playing this game, it's like really clear. There's like a bunch of things it wants to be, or that it is about, but like it fails. Not fails, but like it comes like just a little bit short on almost every one of them.
Okay.
Kind of bounces off a lot of them.
Like you know how in like games like this, it's really common for you to be able to like fuck around with things in the environment, like flush toilets and things like that.
I turned on every sink I found.
So, and no one comes to like that was part of it. Like all the trappings of stealth games aren't there, right? I turned on this thing that's making a ton of noise and no one came in the room.
Well, that's not always a thing in those games. I mean
no,
it.
That's fair. Like,
but what I was getting is like you can go to the bathroom, you can turn on the sink, you can flush the toilet, you can get in the shower. The shower doesn't have a faucet to turn on.
It doesn't turn on.
You can't run the shower.
It's not a functional shower. Like
I thought it was very silly.
Everything else you're led to believe functions.
One thing I did appreciate also was that the first vent you find in this game, if you go in it, it's too dark for you to see like anything in. So you just like you go in the vent and you
stumble around,
and you kind of realize like, oh, I can't actually like do anything with this, and you have to just like leave the vent. This is like a commentary on like.
All the making video games.
Fucking Adam Jensen and Jesus Christ Denton.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can also burglarize your coworkers' offices.
Sure.
In that game,
obviously,
just like any good immersive sim, you can steal $100 out of the desk.
I have an achievement for being a bad person. No, you can.
What do I do with it?
In the urban missions between stealth missions, you can always find a black market dealer
and just buy more gadgets.
And you can buy more gadgets, buy more drugs and gadgets you're not using.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was what the money was for. I ended up the game with like 8,000 credits, and I was like, why?
I'm rich because there's nothing to buy.
Yeah, exactly. And then like it also gives you gadgets too. So
right. Like I kept finding them. I don't use these, but thanks.
But the in like one of the first urban levels, there's this dude who's like, oh man, I can't find my hotel key card, and I'm like, I'll find your hotel key card, and I found it like super easy. And then I went to his hotel room and looted it, and then went back to him and was like, hey, here's your hotel room. I think somebody robbed your hotel. And then I left. Right? And it's like, I got an achievement for that.
For doing all of that?
Yeah, for doing that loop.
I'm glad the game's aware of how people are going to do that.
Yeah. So that was nice. Any thing else anyone wants to say about?
It's about the size of it.
Yeah,
like,
I think I'm there with this game.
It was a little bit disappointing, but not catastrophically so. And
I'm not mad at it.
There were parts of it I enjoyed. Like I actually enjoyed the dream sequence a lot.
Yeah, okay. I totally forgot about that because I played this a while ago. But I loved the dream sequence and the VR computer sequence. Those sequences
the VR sequence looks super crisp.
It was both of those sequences. I think were the best parts of this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dream sequence is also how I clued in that the strangers were a weird thing. because there's a stranger even in your dream.
Oh yeah.
There's one of the Frog Faction strangers.
Yeah.
So
I love the guards' names. That was like security. And
so
stuff.
in the dream sequence, there's a bunch of guards patrolling around, like you do in a Deus Ex level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they have these enormous red demon heads with horns.
Nice.
And their names are all like anxiety and stress and things like
I'm
that.
into that.
Yeah.
That was cool. And then you have to play out, what was it? You have to play out a word on enormous piano keys.
I don't remember what the word is, but yeah, that was a fun puzzle.
Yeah.
That was like the best part of.
Yeah, you find like a poem, and the last word in the poem.
You got to do some like Deus Ex style like memorandums I found on the floor reading to solve the puzzle.
Yeah. Well, so the keys of the piano, when you mouse over them, it tells you what note letter they are.
Oh, okay.
And there's a word in the poem that can be spelled out only with letters
piano keys
that are on the piano keys. So after you like turn on the generator and the giant piano keys turn on, you can.
And then you open up Caesar's head and push the button and go down the.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the bat pole. Costume change while riding.
What is the word? It's like adage or something like that.
I don't remember. I was like multiple weeks ago.
I mean, it has to be AGDCEF. Facade. That's what it was.
Facade.
You spell out facade.
That's a good spy word.
Well, and also like it has to. It goes like the dream sequence does like some impossible spaces stuff. Where
yeah,
you, like,
I loved it.
You take like 5 left turns and find a clone of yourself and stuff like that.
Max
and they
Payne
talk to
dream
you.
sequence.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm into it.
And so like.
Have I mentioned on this podcast how much I love impossible spaces?
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, so it's cool, and the VR sequence does like some stuff like that too.
Like, okay, so let's just be clear: you don't actually like go put on a VR headset.
I figured.
In the game, there's like the Panopticon is run by an AI that you access through a VR headset in the game.
Okay.
So that it
Does
can
it have a cool
that it can
AI
be a
thing?
level, right?
Yeah, it's called Neon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Neon's the organization. Struct is the software.
Yeah, is the software.
Okay.
That you access through the VR, so that it's a level that you play.
That's cool.
So
the guards in the VR were cool too. They had like weird,
oh yeah,
static bodies,
and their names are like.